Well, it's season 3, and Merle got a great deal renting a seaside mansion named Dragon House. I wonder why it was such a good deal.
My name is Delanier Shook, and I am the information collector. Today I'm coming to you from Asheville, North Carolina's South Slope, in front of the Mel Chin animatronic sculpture Wake. This sculpture is 60 feet long, 34 feet wide, and 24 feet high. It is the space they placed it in is an amazingly charming, intimate setting. But that means I can't get myself in the picture with it. Well, except like this. So here's a few videos to give you an idea of what the sculpture looks like. That's an amazing piece of art right there. It's not surprising that Mr. Chin was declared a MacArthur Fellow in 2019. Now, for the past decade, I have also operated a travel intelligence blog. Western North Carolina Travel Intelligence has provided articles about day trips in the area. But for the past 6 months, I haven't put anything up because, well, there's a health crisis going on. Fortunately, thanks to vaccinations, good leadership, and the grace of God, we're getting back to normal. So this will be my first article to be posted on the blog this year, and I hope you all will go and check it out. Last Thursday, NASA issued a press release announcing a Dragon X resupply mission to the International Space Station. Now, a couple of weeks ago, I posted video I had taken of the 4 astronauts being launched to the ISS. Somebody will post that video, but not me, because it occurred at 1:30 p.m. in the afternoon on Thursday. Now, NASA announced that on 5 a.m. Saturday it would dock with the ISS. Yeah, fairly, it's commute time. We all know how commuting is. One interesting detail is that they put the new ISS rollout solar array. These are sections and they roll them out like a rug. And supposedly, according to press release, it was stashed, quote, in the trunk of the Dragon capsule. So, we all put stuff in the trunk of our cars and the SUVs. They just put a solar capsule in there. Wonder if they're going to have like a surfboard case on the roof. Anyway, couple of very interesting scientific experiments on board, 3 of which I'm going to mention. They're going to study the symbiotic relationship between bobtail squid and bacteria, obviously in microgravity. They're going to study growing cotton in microgravity. And one of the most exciting things is they will test the handheld butterfly ultrasound scanner. Now, this scanner is one more step toward the Star Trek's handheld scanner. And this is a handheld, single probe, whole body scanner. Lots of guests here at the sculpture. And like I said, this is a step toward the tricorder. They'll use it to monitor astronaut health. It uses proprietary ultrasound in-chip technology, and in the press release from the company, they said they were excited about, quote, the potential of Butterfly IQ to advance care delivery in remote and extremely remote care settings. This has 20 presets to scan different parts of the anatomy, the head, the gallbladder, the spine. Doesn't require internet access. The entire application requires only 16 gigabytes of space. The app itself is under 1 gigabyte, and the pictures it takes require only 500 kilobytes to 1 megabyte for storage. So this technology is amazing, not only in space, but also here on Earth. Last Friday, Penske Automotive Group announced the purchase of the Charlotte, North Carolina Mercedes-Benz of South Charlotte. They are pleased to be entering the Charlotte, North Carolina market, an amazingly booming area. This will be the 26th Mercedes-Benz dealership that the Penske Automotive Group owns. Mercedes-Benz of South Charlotte has an annual revenue of $150 million, a 70,000 square foot facility with 50 service bays. Last Friday, the United States Navy announced that on Saturday, they would christen the USS Canberra, a littoral combat ship. This is LCS-30, the Independence variant, built in Mobile, Alabama by Austal Shipbuilding. Austal Shipbuilding can deliver 2 of these every year. These are high-speed, shallow draft, multi-mission craft, 3,200 tons, 400 foot long, and 100 foot wide. It will be christened by the wife of the ambassador, who will break a bottle over his bow, and the Australian ambassador himself will deliver the address. This is an impressive vessel. It has a range of 4,000 nautical miles, can carry 2 Seahawk helicopters, plus has deck space for a CH-53, has a 300,000 square foot mission bay. It's basically a catamaran meets a destroyer, according to the Austal data sheet. It's basically what they described it as. Its crew of 40 can do a lot. In the 1960s, the destroyers had a 4,000 mile range and a crew of 300. Now this ship is it's got 1 surface-to-air missile battery, 4 50 caliber machine guns, and 1 57 millimeter gun on the front, but it has 3 weapon modules where they can put anything. So this is an incredibly powerful, versatile ship, which will extend the fighting range of our Navy.
experience on LCS is nothing like I've ever experienced before. I mean, my previous experience was on a LHD-2 USS Essex, which is a huge crew, and my job is very focused. There's gunners, range, small arms, magazines, etc. Being down to 90 people, including AVDET and mission package, you really get to know the people you're working with. You really get to interdepend on each other.
Every part of my job is fun. Maybe not the getting 3 or 4 hours of sleep, but being able to put my hands on equipment and learn it like no one else knows it gives me a really great sense of pride. And it's very challenging to be doing all those different jobs at one time, but at the end of the day, when I get my few hours of sleep, I feel good about myself. I feel like I really contributed to the freedom that we all hold.
You put a lot of hard work into prior to deployment, and coming in and be able to do what you're trained to do, and being the first crew to ever do it, also brings pride to what you do. Between all the exercises we have done, working with other units, other countries, the hard work has paid off, and it's looking forward to getting back.
And the crew's handled it very well. We've been given a lot of different curveballs, a lot of different taskings to accomplish, and a lot of lessons learned to develop. And the crew has done a fantastic job with it. It has not been easy by any stretch of the imagination, but if it was easy, someone else would be doing it, not the U.S. Navy.
We're the first ones to do it, the first ones to deploy an LCS 2-7 fleet, and really setting the example and setting the standard for everyone else.
So, I'm here on the south slope of Asheville in front of Mel Chin Wake. The article and posted on the wall behind the sculpture discusses how the statue was under the bow of a clipper ship, the Nightingale, which happened to be a slave ship. And even though the model for this figurehead was Jenny Lind, who was an abolitionist. But she was a pop star at the time, so they put her on the front of the ship, even though she opposed slavery. And the reason I mention this is the article on the wall highlights a few of the issues we're facing today, including climate change. And the last week, Coca-Cola announced it had partnered with the Ocean Cleanup as part of its World Without Waste program, in which Coke plans they want 100% recyclable packaging by 2025. They also want to move toward collecting one recyclable bottle or can for everyone they produce, and have a debris-free environment by 2050. Well, part of this is why they're partnering with the Ocean Cleanup. Their goal is to clean 15 rivers around the world by 2023. There's a lot of plastic pollution, and some places don't have the resources to do the cleanup. And this is where the Ocean Cleanup comes in with its ship, the Interceptor, which is a small boat that collects plastic debris from the water. And here's a few pictures of what it looks like and it in action in the Dominican Republic. Last Wednesday, the ride-sharing company Lyft announced the rollout of its new e-bike. Last year, Lyft provided 1.8 million customers with bike and scooter rentals, and they're upping their game. The new electric bike is a bicycle but it provides an electric boost for those particularly steep hills. They're pleased to announce that people who have been the test customers are more likely to repeat rent this bike. After 2 years of development, they produced a very impressive product. It has a single gear transmission, so you're not going to end up halfway the hill and roll back down while trying to shift gears. It has hydraulic brakes. Its paint is the same kind that goes on stop signs, so it really reflects light. It's got a great LED beacon on it. You can get 60 miles on a single charge, and remember, you can also pedal this thing, so it's not just a 60-mile range. Plus, it's got a LCD screen and speaker, so this is very impressive, and I think a lot of people are going to love this thing. Bicycles are really popular. You go down to the beach, you see them all over the place.